So, look, you might be picking the wrong things to measure your success, but we're going to have this conversation today. I know that it's going to be super beneficial for you. So, listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to share this video, share this video, share this video, share. It's going to be a dynamic conversation. Now, I want you to go ahead and get your pen and paper. We're going to do it like we've been doing it for the 12 days of Christmas. And look, if you enjoyed the 12 days of Christmas, let me know inside of the chat that you enjoyed it. But before we get into this conversation about how do you measure success, I want to do my theme song. Hey, I'm live at 5. 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 Come on inside of the StreamYard room. The conversation today is how do you measure success? So look, I want to go ahead and start off by telling you a little story about a conversation that I had with another thought leader on maybe about a year and a half ago. And I didn't get it then as much as I have it now, but this is why it's so important to have strong sisters, brothers in your corner, people who are in the industry doing what you're doing as mentors, as people that you grow with, people that you pour into, right? Like you got to have the 5, 5, and 5. Y'all remember the 5, 5, and 5? How many of you guys are adopting the 5, 5, and 5 in 2023, right? 5 people that you want to mentor you, 5 people that you want to grow with, 5 people that you're going to pour into. Definitely go ahead and let me know who's out there. Hey, sissy, how you doing? LaShawn, are you inside of the private group? Because I can't see your name. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? You said yes. I don't know what you're saying yes to. What part is it? Is it yes that you're adopting the 555 or yes, you enjoy the 12 days of Christmas? Because I did ask that earlier. Okay. Hey, Linda. Okay. So all my faithfuls are inside of the house. And I'm thinking, hey, sissy is LaShawn. So come on over to the business page and get up out of that group. I want you over here on the business page. Okay. So listen, first, my request is that you share this video. We're going to have a conversation about how you measure success. My name is Deneen Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, and build a highly profitable business. Okay, Tiffany, I got your vote. Okay, because I did ask, did everyone out there enjoy the 12 days of Christmas? Okay, I switched. Thank you, darling. Yes, you know better than to be over there. Don't be over there in that private group. I mean, I'm sharing it in the private group because I want people to get it. She said I'm driving. Okay, so that means I need my note takers, Linda, Tiffany. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to do this chat, right? Okay, so we want to make sure that it's a lot of information, a lot of notes here for the people that come back and catch the replay. And if you're here catching the replay, I want you to say replay so I could come back and respond, like, or answer any questions that you may have. So last year, I'm not really sure if it was last year or the year before last, because these years been flying by during the pandemic. But I totally want you to get that I had this conversation with another thought leader. For those of you who are adopting the 5, 5, and 5, put that in the chat, 5, 5, and 5. So I know who's going to be doing the 5, 5, and 5 on next year. Meaning that sometime between now and the end of the year, you need to have the 5 people that's mentoring you that you're looking up to. And these are people that you can either touch or listen to or take courses with or whatever, right? 5 people that mentoring you. Then that means the people that's pouring into you. Then 5 people that you're growing with, right? People who are up to what you're up to, taking the actions that you're taking, about what you're about. And then 5 people that you can pour into. Okay, I just want you to get that. All right, so here we go. So now we got the 5, 5, and 5. So put the 5, 5, and 5 inside the chat if you're doing the 5, 5, and 5. So I was having this conversation with another thought leader, and we were talking about how to measure success. Put it in the chat. How do you measure success? That's the question of the day. How do you measure success? And when she said, Deneen, like, oh my God, I've been seeing you this year. You've been so active. I mean, oh my goodness, you're live all the time. You're everywhere. Every time I cut on social media, you're doing something. You're having an interview. You're interviewing people. Okay, LaShawn, I got your 5, 5, and 5. Okay, Tiffany, I got your 5, 5, and 5. All right, listen. And I was just like, yeah, I've been super active. I've definitely been trying to get some traction on social media, being consistent. All right. I know that should mean something to you. Tiffany, put it in the chat. Be consistent. Put it in the chat. Be consistent, because I'm about to drop some stuff on y'all. Y'all gonna like it, or you gonna love it, or you gonna maybe not. I don't know, but it's gonna be a tough conversation, but we're gonna get it in. So how do you measure success? Put that in the chat. And I was just like, yeah, but I'm still not generating the money that I want to make. Right. So if I had to rate how I was measuring my success. I was like, I'm not really as successful as I want to be. And she was just like, Denise, are you kidding me? Like, the measurement of the money cannot be the only thing that you're measuring your success against. She was like, what else? What other area in your life or in your business do you feel like you've been successful? And I couldn't answer, because for me, the success was all in the amount of money that I was making. Put it in the chat. It can't be the money. Put it in the chat. It can't be the money. Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. It can't be the money. Put it in the chat. I'm not saying that you don't want to make it. I'm not saying that you don't set goals, but you cannot allow the amount of money that you make measure whether or not you're successful. Do you get that? So after we had that conversation, I get what she was saying to me, right? Because in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm running a business, and if I'm not making the money that I want to make, how can I actually be successful? It just can't be. Like, it just couldn't make sense to me. I couldn't get it. Oh, but I tell you, y'all, the longer you on this journey, things will start to make sense to you. And when you stop doing things or take focus off of things that's bringing you resistance or stress, right? So because I was so focused on the money, right, it was more, I thought more doing was going to get me more money. Put it in the chat. It's not in the doing. It's not in the doing. Now, again, don't confuse this that you ain't got actions to take. You got actions to take. But we think that the more we do is going to increase the money that we're making. And what I'm saying is, no, that's not it. Because remember, if you're doing something over and over again that's not giving you the results, you're just going to get more of non-results. Do you get that? Because the strategy or what it is that you're doing is not working. So would it make any sense to continue doing more of it? So that's why when I went into last year, or the end of this year, end of last year, going into this year, I was like, oh, this going live 5 times a day, that's out. Why? Because it wasn't giving me the return on the investment of my time, the investments of the lessons. Like, it just wasn't adding up. Put it in the chat. If it just wasn't adding up, say if it just wasn't adding up. So here's what I need you to do when you're observing and you're looking at how you're measuring success. Some of the things that you're looking at may not add up to the level of effort that you're giving, maybe even the impact that you're making. So your measures got to be something way more meaningful than money. Put it in the chat. It can't be the money. It cannot be the money. The money, I promise you, will come. Haven't we heard so many times that do what you love and the money will come, right? That's a principle. Put it in the chat. Here's my question. What are your principles? What are your principles? Do you have principles that you're living up against? Because that's what you really should be focusing on when it comes to your success, and not money. So here are the traps that we have. There's 3 things that we actually look at to measure our success. And I'm telling you, I don't want you to do this. Number 1 is the money. Put in the chat, number 1, the money. Do not measure your success by the money. It's definitely something that you should be looking at in order to the effectiveness of the processes that you're using, but it cannot have anything tied to you, who you are, your identity, how successful you are, what contributions you make, what impact you have. Like, no, the money cannot be it. Do not measure the money. Number two, do not be tied to the results. Put it in the chat. Don't be tied to the results. Because remember, the results are going to be totally based on the system, the metrics, the methodology that you're using. Do you know it takes what is it? It's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to skin a cat. That's a principle. Do y'all get that? That's a principle. It is one of my favorites. There's more than one way to skin a cat. You got to get that results are based on the methodology, the system, the process that you're using. And get this. Everything don't work for all people. So if your process don't speak to me, it doesn't necessarily mean that your process, your methodology won't work for LaShawn or Missy or Tiffany or Linda or Tam or Tavara. Like, it's gonna work for people, but you don't know until you get in front of the right audience. So the method may not even be bad. You could potentially just be in the wrong place, like giving the food to the wrong people that cannot digest what it is that you're giving, right? Like, my personality ain't gonna work for everybody. That means if my personality don't work for you, I'm not your coach. And I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. I get that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But doesn't mean that my personality don't work and I need to try to become someone else. No, the way Deneen is, she worked. And she worked for the people that show up for her. And I'm okay with serving the people that show up for me. Do you get that? All right. And then number 3. Here's number 3. Do not measure your success by labels. And when I say labels, like people giving you accolades like you're great, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, like all these labels that we take on that people may give us to lift us up or encourage us. Some of us take this on as who we are. Like, I'm smart, I can't fail, I can't get past, I can't get something less than an A. And what I'm saying is that's not a principle. Being smart is subjective and objective, subjective. I don't know, whichever one it is. It's not something that you need to hang your hat on, because I'm telling you, everybody ain't gonna think you smart. Everybody ain't gonna think you cute. Everybody ain't gonna think you nice. And sometimes we try to adopt these things as way of being. And I'm telling you, kill it, because it's not going to help measure the real success that you want. Now, here's what I want you to get, and I want you to think about this. So all of us have principles and things that we live in up to. See, you know how I've been talking to you about not getting caught up in your feelings, because your feelings ain't going to get you where you want to go. Like, for those of us who have lived maybe even once upon a time by our feelings, how has it worked out for us? Right? Because feelings could definitely get you not in action because you don't feel like it. You tired, you mad, you upset, you frustrated, or whatever the conversation is around your feelings. But if you looked at your principles instead of your feelings, don't you think you will have more success? Wouldn't it be a greater thing to live up to than your feelings or what people are saying about you or the money or the results that you're seeing from whatever particular method that you have? Because some of these things that you measure yourself by, it's fleeting, it's changing, it's wavering. You don't know how you're going to feel from one day to the next. Some days you feel great, some days you don't. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. Miles and Almond Joy. You get to choose how you feel, but here's the thing: don't allow your feelings to prevent you from taking the actions that you need to take. So that's not a good measuring tool to get you into action. Just like the money isn't, the results isn't, the labels are not. So I want to share a couple of the principles that I live by. Okay. Missy, I don't even know what you said. Interesting. I don't know, girl, but I don't know. I missed it. That was a while ago. But if you got a question, put it in the chat and I will explain what it is that I'm saying. So I want you to get a new way of measuring the success that you have in your life, any area of your life, relationships, career, spirituality, emotional, whatever. You got to get a better measuring stick. Put it in the chat. I need a new measuring stick. I need a new measuring stick. And I want you to get it. And I want you to work on this. And my challenge to you is I want you to start measuring your life, your activity, your success, your goals, all these things. I want you to measure it by principles. Put it in the chat. Measure by principles. Measure by principles. So I want to drop some of my principles and I want y'all to put them in the chat. So the first one is there's more than one way to skin a cat. Put that in the chat. It's one of my favorites, right? And what does that say to you? That says that, you know what? I tried this way and it might not have worked, but I know that there's another way that I can try in order to get this to work. One of my favorites, more than one way to skin a cat. Another one, and put it in the chat, because I want people, when they come back, share this video. I want you to share this video. If you haven't shared this video, share this video, because what I'm going to start doing is asking you to share, and when you share, I want you to put share in there, and I'm going to start giving away stuff to people who actually get this message out. So listen, here's another one of my principles. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Okay, thank you, Tam. She put it in there, more than one way to skin a cat. Absolutely. So what does that say to you when you hear not only that life and death is in the power of the tongue, and we know that's connected to scripture, but what does it say? What does that mean to you? That you need to be mindful of what it is that you're saying, not about just only other people, but about yourself more importantly. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Here we go. Another one of mine. You reap what you sow. That's some more scripture. You reap what you sow. That's another one. Principle. Did you get it? Principle. You living by it. Like, I totally get, when I throw this boomerang, 9 times out of 10, it's coming back and it's going to catch me straight in the face. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? You reap what you sow. Whatever I put in the ground will come up again, and it's going to come up 3, 4, 5, 10 times fold. Do you get that? That's a principle. Here's another one. To be early is to be on time. To be early is to be on time. Very similar to the early bird gets the worm, but to be early is to be on time. That is a principle for me. That means I am very mindful of my time and other people's time. How do you feel about your time and other people's time? It's a principle. I live by the principle. Anybody that knows me know I live by that principle. To be early is to be on time. Get out my face completely. Do you get it? Here's another one. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Now, haven't we heard that so many times? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Treat others the way that you want to be treated. And if y'all got some, I want y'all to put some in here. Now, y'all might have some principles that you're living by, and I want to know what they are, because that's what you should be measuring your success to. How many people have experienced you being this person that you say these principles represent who you are? Oh, this was a good one that I learned recently, and we talked about it, right? I don't know if it was during the 12 days of Christmas or Alive at 5, but you are always building your own house. Put it in the chat. You are always building your own house. Y'all and any of these that you want to borrow these. Put them on your wall. Put them on your dry erase board for the new year. I got to inspire you to become somebody else. Becoming the change. That's what it's about. Becoming the change. And these principles are going to help you. Here's another one. Honor your word to yourself so you can trust the word of others. So here's the thing. If you keep lying to yourself, you already know it's going to impact you, and it's going to impact you in a bad way, a worse way than you even probably think it is. Because when you tell yourself that you're going to do something and you don't do it, you start saying horrible things to yourself like, girl, you're not going to do that. You done said that 15 times. You can't, you've been saying that for forever. You're not going to do that. And it deflates you. It takes away your power. And what I'm telling you is, you got to learn how to honor your word to yourself first so you can trust the words of others. Do you get that? Because if not, just because you lie to yourself, you're going to believe that other people lying too. And that ain't fair to them. Let me see what else I got here. That's about it that I got written down. I looked at, and I have other principles that I live by, for sure. But what are some of the principles that you live by, that you're passing down to the people that's in your life, from your children, maybe having conversations with your family members? Like, what principles do you measure your success by? And I'm telling you, don't focus on the money. The money is not it. New principles to live by. There's more than what, yeah, for sure. You reap what you sow. Okay, treat others. Yes, thank you so much. Be true to yourself. Absolutely. You are always building your own house. Yes. So listen, integrity is important. Oh, child, integrity is one of my favorite words. Thank you, Landmark. Integrity is one of my favorite words. Integrity is something. And here's the thing. As I continue to study it with my coach in the community I'm in, integrity is a mountain with no top. Integrity is a mountain with no top. It's always fleeting. It's always leaving. You have to always try to restore integrity and keep it in play. Because integrity is honoring your word, doing what you said you're going to do when you said you was going to do it, right? Also, if you cannot honor your word, that you restore integrity by saying that you can't do what you said you was going to do by a certain time, but you're going to give a new due date, or when you're going to actually be able to honor it, if that. And if you're not going to honor it, you need to also say that as well. And then here is one of the kickers, right? This is the one that kind of stretches me when it comes to integrity. Is when you actually know that someone is expecting you to take actions that they have not requested of you yet, but that you still do it anyway because you know that's what expected of you. That's called integrity. So even though you may not have asked me, Deneen, while I'm on vacation and you watching the house, Can you take the garbage out? I know that while I'm up in here watching the house, if there's garbage in the can and it has food in it and you're gone for 2 weeks, I might want to put that in the trash for you. Because if not, your house gonna smell crazy when you come back. Do you get that? Like, people have that type of expectation. And for all of us who know better and ain't doing better, you know that you need to take the garbage out. Stop playing games. They can't write everything on the list that they want you to do. But you know, if it's some food in that garbage can and they gone for 2 weeks, take the trash out and stop being petty, okay? So look, I want you to get that working on living your life by principles and not the success of things that you perceive as being successful, like money, but we already know that money don't bring happiness. Money doesn't bring fulfillment. You know how many wealthy people take their life? You know how many wealthy people are depressed? So get out of that. Like, I want you to totally focus on something that's going to make a difference, not only in your life, but the people's lives that you care about, the people that you actually come in contact with. And it's going to be you becoming a different person so you can actually show and occur for people in a way that your life actually makes a difference for them. Do you get that? I hope so. I hope you're smelling what I'm cooking. I hope you are smelling what I'm cooking. So look, I'm going to put in the chat. There's a new session of Becoming the Change coming up on January the 7th. So inside of this program, it's a group coaching. It's $150 per month for three months. So it's 12 sessions. And you have an opportunity to become someone that lives life without regrets and that actually gets that how you show up each and every day makes a difference in the people's lives that surround you, and not just your life, but you can actually see those blind spots on where you have belief systems that don't align with the actions that you want to take in your life. So if you know that you've been wanting to lose weight, to build a business, to write a book, to get a new career, to go after something that you've been to get a new house, to build a house, to start a nonprofit, whatever it is, and you've been talking about it for longer than 6 months and you haven't taken any action, the reason why you haven't seen it yet is because you haven't become the person that you need to become in order to do the things that you need to do to have the things that you want to have. But it is available. It is possible. And you can create this new possibility with me starting in the new year. And I'm also having a free class. I am actually doing an introduction to the Landmark Forum. It's on December the 30th. If you have not seen that link or registered yet, I want you to. I want you to go or tell me that you're interested, and I'll put the link underneath your name. So we're going to work together in creating a new possibility for your life for the new year on December the 30th, 9 o'clock a.m. to 11:30 a.m., and then again at 7 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So you got 2 opportunities to take the class. If you're interested, say interested, and I'm going to come back and put the link. It doesn't cost you anything, but I do ask that you show up on time. I ask that you be on camera and that you be where your feet are, meaning you cannot be driving in a car. You need to be in front of a computer at a desk or someplace quiet where you can focus, where you can actually participate and take notes. So if you're interested in coming to that and you have not registered yet, I want you to put interested inside the chat. I'm going to come back, put the link beneath your name so you can actually have it. As a matter of fact, let me see if I could go ahead and grab it now. I may be able to just go ahead and grab it now, and you guys can go ahead and register and put yourself inside of this free course. Also, take a listen to the video. I did a wonderful video explaining to you what was going on. Okay, I see. Interested. Here it is. There it is, right there. So I want you to click that link. Share this link with anyone that you feel like could benefit from this training. It's an introduction to the Landmark Forum. It's 2.5 hours. It's a free course that day, but you will have an opportunity to register in the Landmark Forum. So just come get your new possibility. It will change your life. And then if you come prepared, if you want to register, register. And if you're there during that day, you'll get a $200 discount. There will be a code available for you to get $200 off of your registration for the Landmark Forum. So look, If you want to take a look at what Landmark is all about in advance, go to Landmark Worldwide. Take a look at the syllabus. Take a look at the Landmark Forum. It's a great, when I say this class actually changed my life, it started me on my journey in becoming a coach and a teacher. And I know that if there's goals or things that you have in your life that there's a blocker or something that's preventing you from taking the necessary actions, this will definitely help get you started. So look, go ahead, register for the free class, December the 30th, 9 o'clock a.m. to 11:30 a.m. or 7 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Share that link with anybody you want, and also becoming the change the pay program. Because if you take the free class on the 30th, the becoming the change will continue and help you put all these things that you learn into action, as well as the Landmark Forum. So you pick whichever one you want to get into. It's going to help you with these blind spots and take the actions that you need to take. So for those of you who are interested, okay, she says shared. Okay, thank you so much, Tam. Look, get the link, get yourself inside a conversation with me. 2.5 hours we'll have together that day, and you can pick whichever session you want, the morning session or the evening session. Always looking forward to serving you. I'm going to go definitely to Wednesday. We'll have another conversation. I want to be in conversation with you all week. If you want to be in conversation with me, let's say you have questions about becoming a change program or the Landmark Forum. She said, what's the link? Okay, here's the link. Which link you want? I'm giving you the link. That's the link to the free course. That's on the 30th, the introduction to the Landmark Forum. And then I'm going to copy this again and give you the link to the Becoming a Change group coaching program, 150, 3 payments of 150, which is per month. So you get 12 sessions. It's a group setting. You'll be in there with some other people. She said free. Okay. So the free one was the link that I put before. And here's the actual program, the group coaching program right here at 150 per month for 3 months. Okay. So look, always looking forward to serving you. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. We will be live at 5, and I want you to be here. Make sure you share this video. I'll see you there. Register yourself inside of that free introduction to the Landmark Forum. I'll see you there December the 30th, either at 9 a.m. or 7 p.m. All right, you guys. Okay, the link. Which link you need? Okay. I don't. Did you get it? Did you get it, Tiffany? If not, I'll email it to you. I'll text it to you right after I get off of here. All right, y'all. I love you. Have an amazing rest of the day. I will see you guys on Wednesday because I'm live at 5. Put your principles. Hey, before I go, before you leave, I want your principles inside this chat. What are 3 principles that you're going to live by in 2023? Either you could borrow the ones that I said, or you can make your own. 3. Everybody that's here, 6, 7, it was 7 people here. They leaving. Look, before you go, I want you to put it inside here. Text me the link. Which link you want, LaShawn? Tell me which link you want. Becoming a Change or the Landmark Forum? The introduction to the Landmark Forum. So listen, put in the chat the 5 principles that you're going to live up to, that you're going to live into. All right? She said, Landmark, I got you. All right, you guys. I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live. See you.